Hello and welcome to the UnCalled Four. We have a great show for you tonight. In all honesty, it's the UnCalled 3 right now. So we're a little short-handed, but I think we should have a great time. And it's sort of like a mashup with the Shills and the UnCalled Four. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We still have some silly videos to watch and everything. So let's get right around the room and see who we've got with us tonight so far. We've got Matt, M2M. How are you this evening?
Good evening. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm slowly getting better over this horrible virus COVID thing, and yeah, I'm doing okay. Still got a bit of a cough, but hey, I'm not going to let this thing beat me. No, I'm not beating me. No, I'm still here. So that's good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's what we want to hear. We want to hear that you're getting better. We want to hear that you're doing well with it. So,
yeah. By the way, which one of these lovely ladies am I going to represent this evening that are on the couch here? Which
there we go. You're the one with the legs. How's that?
Oh yes, please. I've always wanted legs. That'll do.
There you go. And so he's going to go by Martha this evening. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Call me Martha. Only on Sunday nights, though.
There you go. And next up, we have Dick Dawson. Dick, how are you this evening?
Doing very good. Very good. Absolutely. Had a very funny day, and the story is so crazy that I'm not even sure how to tell it right now. So I'm going to regroup and reshuffle, but it has everything to do with somebody who's headed to jail and some crazy soap on a rope jokes. So we'll see if we can get there. We'll see if we can get there. Looking through the videos and whatnot for tonight, we've got some crazy. And, we might have a few surprise pop-in guests as well, because, it's just us hanging out right now, and we do have a few invites out there, so we'll see what happens.
Exactly. It's going to be a fun evening with tons of surprises. We never know where it's going to go, so perfect. It works for us.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what do we have up for the first video should we watch?
Well, we have somebody that's going to be joining us in a couple of minutes. So I was wondering if we shouldn't do stories from the week and give them a few minutes.
Oh, absolutely. This will be great. Awesome. So far, so good. Matthew started school. He was really worried about the week, but he's really thriving this year. He's having a good time in school, aren't you? Mm-hmm. He said, "Clammed up now."
Yeah, don't be too enthusiastic, Matt. It's all right. It's fun. Just calm down a bit. Calm down.
Exactly. But yes, he's doing really well. We haven't had too much going on. It's just been the normal silly and flat Earth land and other conspiracy land, nothing too major there. Although we did have some protesters in front of Matt's school. I was not impressed, but at least they weren't near the entrance where the kids walk in. I would have an issue with that. They have their First Amendment right, but as long as they're not harassing or being near the kids, guess I'm okay with it. But yeah. So that was an interesting part of the week.
Need I ask what they're protesting about? Or is that
mask mandates at the school? Because apparently masks are worse than death, apparently. So
wow.
You know how that goes. Who knew we would come to this point?
Oh. It's terrible. It's awful. We had We had an anti-vaccine passport demonstration go all over the province of British Columbia. And they were doing the demonstrations outside of hospitals, getting in the way of emergency vehicles and stuff.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there was...
no.
Yeah, exactly. There was a woman who, in trying to get her daughter in to get a couple of routine tests done at the hospital, had people, and we're talking about like an 8-year-old daughter, had people smacking her windows and putting signs up saying, "How dare you do this to us? Don't take the vax and whatnot." And
oh my God.
When she parked, she has to still walk to the hospital. And she ended up having to put the daughter up on her shoulders and run past people. And the daughter was still traumatized by the whole experience going to bed that night.
Oh.
Damn it. I mean, did they not realize that a hospital's not just for having vaccines? I mean, like, sick people need to be looked after. Kids need to be looked after when they're...
That's right.
They need to have tests and all the rest. This is all important stuff. I mean, God, grow up. Seriously?
Exactly.
Oh.
It's disgusting. And traumatizing children is not the way to get your point across. I'm sorry, but that is just like, that crosses the line with me.
Oh, I'd find anybody that did that to my daughter if I was taking the hospital.
Exactly. And we now have, yes, exactly. And we now have a special guest. We have with us Woden Toad this evening. Good evening, Woden Toad. How are you?
Oh, doing all right. Wouldn't call myself a special guest, more of a nonchalant passerby.
Oh, well, we're so glad to have you, though. This is going to be a lot of fun. So.
If Aimee says you're special, you're special. So just go with it. Just go with it. Keeps her happy. Just don't worry.
There we go. Like I said earlier to the guys before the show started, don't make me cry. It's not pretty. So what other stories?
We got a great one. Well, we first off, we got a great one from High Inquisitor. Did you hear about the hospitals in Oklahoma that are now no longer crushed by COVID? They are now too busy treating the fucking idiots, I put fucking in, who took a certain horse medicine, winky face. High Inquisitor, this whole horse dewormer drug, this shows the depths to which the conspiracist will go to try to prove themselves right. You're going to take a drug that's meant to deworm the mighty horse, a big animal like that. I'm sure that's just great for your insides. Holy.
Wow. Yeah, especially if you don't have parasites that need to be gotten rid of.
What started all that anyway? Where did that come? I've only been hearing about it this last few days. So what?
I'm guessing Trump.
Well, yeah, we know his past, activities.
I mean, it's all from the same disinformation dozen. The 12 people who have who are on top of the mountain of quote unquote wisdom, who come up with this random nonsense to then filter down to all the morons down at the bottom. It's like a pyramid scheme of stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's
trickle down stupid theory. I don't know where you want to go with that.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before. I mean, it's the same with a lot of conspiracies. The advent of the internet, especially social media, is playing a massive part in this, misinformation. I think if we didn't have social media that we have now, if this happened sort of, I don't know, maybe 30 years ago, we wouldn't be having the same sort of level of protests and anywhere near the same level of misinformation that we're getting right now, for sure. It's social media plays a good part in a lot of ways. It connects people, but
Well, right, and it's a lot like that telephone game that we used to play with when we were kids. You'd start at one end and then you go all the way to the other end, and look how different the original message turns out. It's social media is exactly like that. So it's. Yeah,
I keep trying to drum into people is that the problem with the internet is you have a quite a large amount of I can't even say the word anonymity no, you know what I mean. That word. Yeah, that's the one. I can't even say it. I have no idea why. So, you can pretty much, be anything or anybody you want. And then you not only that, you can make up anything you want as well. I mean, I've actually
that's right.
social media before myself. I've gone onto Facebook and I've just told this weird story. People believed it. And it's ridiculous. You can literally make it, but you can actually say anything, and then you're going to get some people that will believe it. And this
doesn't take much.
What can happen? No, not at all.
And that's the scary part. They're so skeptical of what they see on the news, but if someone says it on social media or on some obscure blog post, it's immediately believed 100%. No questions asked, no research. And I've never understood that. I would love to be able to figure out how that happens and why. It would be kind of an interesting project.
Yeah, why is paper unbelievable, but pixels sell it all? Because that's kind of what it comes down to in a way, right? You know,
Yes.
Right, yeah. I think
Well,
so.
it's what the stupid people can fit inside their tiny little box. Flat earthers, the earth is too big, so they understand only what they can fit inside their little box. People who believe the earth is 6,000 years old. Years are too big, so they fit it inside their tiny box, and that's what they can understand, and so that is the whole of the universe.
Right.
That does make sense. That does make sense. Plus, it must be whatever fits into their confirmation bias box as well, must be the other part of it.
yeah.
Really, yeah, it's just amazing to me. It's just watching what people post and with no research. And I've always said that to everybody else and to Matt, because I was teaching him when he got vaccinated about, fake news and misinformation. And we looked at an article and I said, well, we can do research on this. And we sat down and, we looked at the article and it was talking about the magnetic thing. And I said, you just got your vaccine this afternoon. I said, so I went over, I grabbed a magnet off the refrigerator and I was trying to stick it to him. And I said, well, what does this story look like to you now? And and he was just looking at me like, oh my goodness. And, but I think I got the message through that, we slowed down. We took the time to research the article and found out it wasn't true. And for him being on the spectrum, we won't get into the why they did that, but, but at least I'm trying to make sure that he doesn't fall for that stuff because he is kind of vulnerable with that. So that's what scares me too about all this misinformation flying around and being able to just be spread so rapidly and freely. So it's something to look out for.
They're selling fear the way that people have always done. The snake oil salesman in the Old West standing on the cart with the bottle of pee with the fancy label is selling the exact same thing. He's saying, you're afraid of XYZ. Everything okay? Sorry. Anyway, he's selling the exact same thing as the people who are selling, bentonite clay or this. They get money when you buy the thing that cures the fear that they sold you or that they, whipped up.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's just unreal. So, yeah. So, should we get to our first video and see what's happening with that? We have some.
We could stall a little longer.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we did have somebody comment that it's a very excellent live. I can't remember. I'm reiterating now, but they were very kind words. I did put them up on the chat. We could get you a video and just chat lots as we go. I mean, who really gives a rat's ass? It's our fucking channel, and then we'll do what we want.
Yeah,
exactly.
Let's just wing it. Let's just wing it. Yeah.
However it goes, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah. So let me read off a couple titles for you wonderful people, and we'll see what we get to, because I'm pretty sure you people will want the first one I say. So here we go. The Atlantean language has been deciphered, and it can change the world.
Atlantean language. Okay.
The hobby linguist. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this will be Zachariah Sitchin 2.0, right?
Oh god.
Oh my heavens.
What else? What else have we got?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. We've got Truth Tour Newcastle Day 21.
Truth to Newcastle. Okay.
And then we've got one called Culture of Deception.
Interesting.
Well, the Atlantean one's not likely to make my soul hurt, so I'd recommend one of the others first and come back to Atlantis as a balm.
Well, I'm curious. I'm curious about that Newcastle one. Whether it means Newcastle here in the UK, I don't know. So that could be a possibility. So close to home. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm kind of leaning towards that. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, and then we can come back to that one to help Woden Toad feel better. So
yeah.
Right.
That sounds good, please.
Well, so what we have here is a failure to commiserate. No. Let's see. We'll get over into our video window situation. And, I'm sure this is going to hurt. So hang on to your asses, fellow babies, and enjoy the ride.
Good afternoon, Newcastle. Gather round.
I assume that's England now.
Testing.
Yeah, it
Are
is.
you
Yeah,
getting
going
your
by the
tests?
accents.
That's definitely not mean.
Have we all been tested this morning?
I don't know. I've never been to
Are we
Maine.
feeling happy, healthy, and human? Well, we got a good crowd already this morning. This is the COVID-19 Truth Talk. We've been going around the country, seeking the truth,
Sod off, you
spreading the
twat.
truth. Why? Because we think the media are not doing their job, and the government are not giving us the entire truth. Testing. Oh yay! The pandemic is over. One chance in 44 million now of succumbing to this deadly disease. Oh yay, good people of Newcastle, gather round. We're going to have an educational event today. We're going to educate each other. We're going to talk to each other. We're going to end the division. We're going to end the nonsense. End the lockdowns. End social distancing. End track and trace. Say no to the muzzle. Say no to those vaccines. They sound a bit scary. We're just going to scrap the laws. This tour is ending on the 26th of September in London. We want 1 million people on the streets just before they review that lovely coronavirus legislation. We think it should be put in the bin. We want investigation and accountability. Do we not have a right to stand here and demand that? We want liability on all medical and pharmaceutical products. Are you happy to be taking your unlicensed vaccine? No! From unauthorized caregivers? No. Let's face it, it could end up...
Okay, hold on. Unlicensed?
No, it's not unlicensed.
Oh, wow.
I think the complaint basically is saying here in the UK that the whole vaccine was rushed through. Said therefore it didn't follow the correct procedures for testing and licensing and all that kind of thing. Therefore, it's unlicensed. No, it's not. It just isn't. It's as simple as that. That's basically what they're claiming, I think, as far as I can tell. It's oh god, fellow countrymen, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I could see that though. The confidence in oneself. And when I say that, I mean the effect of Dunning-Kruger on oneself. To be able to go out in public and do this is unbelievable. But even worse is somebody who would see somebody doing this and go, yeah. That's scary.
It is very scary.
I think sorry, Aimee, go ahead.
It's okay. No, you're fine. You go ahead.
I think if you tied this lady down, I think, and then drill down as to what she actually knows about both the vaccine and the virus. She probably knows very, very little. She probably, she's saying that, you just don't take the vaccines, it's dangerous and all the rest of it. But she probably hasn't got a clue how it's made or what's in it. So she's fearful of something that she just knows nothing about. But again, it all comes down to misinformation. It probably isn't her fault. She's probably just believed whatever she's been told by people that are scared of it. But I mean, the alternative is that if we don't check this virus, more people are going to die. But not only that, more people are going to get sick and more people will have long-term illnesses. Because if you do come down with pneumonia, it damages your lungs, and those people are going to need to be looked after probably for the rest of their lives. And this is what we're facing in this country here in the UK, because our health system is already under pressure before the pandemic even started. But now the long-term ramifications of that is just that our health system is going to be having more pressure now, because all those people are going to need to be looked after. But
that's right.
So this is what we're facing. But of course, butting up against people like this.
And don't forget that most of the spreaders are all vaccinated.
Right.
And that's what absolutely just gets me.
Yeah.
Is that, just like anti-vax moms who are screaming in Facebook and I'm not going to get my kid vaccinated. Their parents loved them. Their parents hadn't read any stupid faked studies by disgraced no longer doctors, and they were vaccinated.
Right. I mean, it's a fact. I mean, the 75% of COVID cases in hospital at the moment are unvaccinated. Yeah, and that alone, just that one fact alone, tells a big story, doesn't it? It's just this anti-vaccine. It's just absolute nonsense. It's ridiculous.
In the US, it's 90%.
It's 90%. Yeah, 75% here. Or at least that was about a month ago. It's probably more than that now, I'm sure. But yeah.
And so up here, province of British Columbia is where I am, and right beside me is the province of Alberta, right? So we are about to enact in British Columbia the vaccine passport, but Alberta, next door to us, has said no, they won't do that. And so they're seeing a serious rise in cases because they're really not taking it anywhere near as serious. And what's going on right now is they've had to backtrack. They've just had to do oh my gosh, okay, we've got to mask up now. Our cases are through the roof. And it won't be long before they announce that they have to do the vaccine passport as well, because it's out of control there, and their health system is crumbling under the expense.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I don't particularly want a vaccine passport system. I really don't. I don't particularly want it. But here's the thing: if you're getting so many people who are refusing to take the vaccine, what other choices are we left? So it's their fault, nobody else's fault.
That's right.
What choices do we have? If we're gonna have to force the issue because because it's not going away, and more people are getting infected, and more people are going to get sick, and like I was talking about the long-term effects. What choice do we have?
Right. We have a thing going on here where, since the vaccine passports, quote unquote, have been announced, we have a few business owners that are standing up and saying, no, we won't do this. We won't invade people's right to choose and privacy and whatnot. And what happens is, like, sorry, I just had to cough there. So what happens is, now this just happened. A local business was interviewed on a local news site of ours, and it was published on YouTube. So the one anti-vaxxer catches onto the video and posts it in some Facebook group or whatever, because then they get a whole bunch more posters that all show up and go, yeah, right on, and we support you and everything. But in reality, in my local area, very few people support that person, and it's a false sense of, there's a lot more people involved in this than there is. And it's starting to draw lines, like locally.
Yeah. It's true. Well, it's like, look at my area. I've never seen protests like this before. I've only heard about them on the news because it's mostly the big towns in Maine, like Lewiston, Auburn, Portland will have the protests, the bigger protests, Augusta, places like that. They'll all have the protests, not a little town that my son's high school is in. Nothing like that. And there was quite a few people there at this protest. And the frustrating thing is, it's because this misinformation has spread so far and so wide and so fast. It's just, It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's amazing how many people would they're so, like we were talking about earlier, it was so skeptical of what's been going on in the news, but they'll buy what other people say on the internet, like blogs and, you know, Facebook posts and everything. They'll buy that hook, line, and sinker. No research, nothing.
Yeah.
It's a way for them to feel smarter, that they can take control of the thing. Now, where I live now, I moved from a small city, or well, from a city in Tennessee to a little tiny town in Missouri. Where we are now, they said when attendance at the schools dropped below 90%, and they started having a pod in one of the junior highs. So they had a kind of a secret-ish school council meeting, like a, you know, emergency school council meeting, where they reinstated a mask mandate before the nutcases could get their signs written. And but back in the town that I moved from, no mask mandates. They're having, you know, really, really bad issues with attendance. I mean, they're in trouble, and I worry about all those kids that are crammed into those schools.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. We were very lucky here. Mask mandates, they were just issued immediately. We got something interesting in the chat from GPS as well. GPS said, FYI, Rob Skiba is in the hospital with COVID-19. Globebusters Bob has been sick for 5 days. Do not know if it's COVID-19 related. They are just saying sick. So interesting. Well, we'll keep them in our
he
thoughts.
could be down like Rod Stewart was back in the day with a stomach full of
Oh, could that cause stomach upset?
That's what they said back in the day when I was young. That was the joke.
That's why you're only supposed to drink water after you swallow the heroin balloons.
But yes, so as far as we're concerned, we just want them to get better. We don't want anybody to get sick, but we would like them to stop spreading misinformation. Thank you. So that would be good.
Well, you know, let's just hope that he got secretly vaxxed. And yeah,
hopefully that's the case.
Yep.
So there we go.
Always pray for secret vaccination.
Yes. Always hope for that. That they just don't want to tell anybody else that they did it, but they did it. So let's just hope that's the case.
Well, should we watch more of this public shamonstration?
Yes, please.
If we must.
Did you get your vaccine from the checkout check at Astra? Does that sound normal to you? We want the media to be held accountable for fake news. Are they telling us the truth? No! Are they even asking any questions? No! And we want freedom of speech and censorship to end.
Hold on a minute.
That's why we're here today.
Pause for a second. You know, she said, are we going to hold the media accountable for misinformation?
Yeah.
What about you? Are you going to be held accountable for your misinformation?
Yes.
You know,
that was my exact thought, M2. Like that has to be pointed both ways. That's like a compass needle. It points north and south.
Absolutely.
Right. If you're pointing at somebody, you've got some fingers pointed back at you. So yeah, she should be held accountable for her misinformation as well. And she's out there spreading it like this, like a virus.
Yeah. I'd rather listen to a lab technician who I do know one that does all the PCR tests, and also do know several people that work within the health service. I'd rather listen to them than you. I'm sorry, but you're the one that needs to be held accountable for your misinformation.
Just let a cell biology college professor go out and give a lecture.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, and when I'll ask is, where are you getting your information from? You know, you were saying the media,
please.
Yeah.
And in this situation, I'm pretty sure the answer to that question is rectum.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Exactly.
Yes,
Anyway.
I'm afraid so. And that's the thing. They want everybody else to do your own research. Have they?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
YouTube videos don't cut it. I'm sorry. And yes, I'm getting a little upset by this crap because this is the exact same garbage that we all deal with all the other anti-vaxxers prior to the plague, we'll call it for now.
Can we kick the ranting twat and go on to heal our souls with Atlantis?
Well,
I'll tell you what, let's maybe give it a couple more minutes and see where she goes with it. Maybe I'm curious.
yeah. We'll see if anybody can focus in and find a point that's not just "shut up, bitch." We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
not
the
sure,
top
but
of
we'll
her
see.
head.
Yeah. Shoot their heads. All right, here we
This
go.
is a public
Yeah,
forum. This is for you. It's a pop-up forum. It's completely by accident that we ended up in this street, and it's completely by accident
Like
that
she's
you all
going to
happen
listen
to
to
be
any
here to
other
see us.
points of
We
view.
cannot afford to organise any kind of rally. Now it's going to cost you 10,000 quid. Quite personally, I haven't got that. So for illegal reasons, this is an educational event. Please come and take our leaflets. We printed them for you at great expense. They are for you to open up conversations with your fellow shoppers. Because we need to start talking to
thank
each
you,
other.
darling.
People
I
have
needed
got
something to
coronavirus
light my
now.
fire.
They don't even want to talk about it. Have they got to the point where they're making life so unbearable? We'll just
yes,
do
I am
anything
insulting all
if we
British
think
people.
it
I
might end
apologise.
nonsense sooner. That's not a good situation to be in. Oh yay! Good people of Newcastle, come and tell us what you think about this current health crisis. Is it really a crisis at all? Or are they just spinning it out?
What?
Who's taking advantage of this emergency legislation? And who is taking advantage of this pandemic pantomime? They have raised a pandemic pantomime, and we are all being asked to play our roles.
Oh, I'm
Maybe
so
it's
clever.
time
I put
for
a
us to stop playing
pandemic
our
and
roles,
pantomime because they both
this
start
doesn't
with
end
pan.
until we end it.
Pan-fried fish.
The rule of 666. That sounds a little bit spooky to me. Huh? It sounds weird. It sounds arbitrary. There's no science behind that. In fact, there's not much science going on at all these days. Is there a doctor in the house? Can explain to me why this virus knows the difference between 6 people and 7 people? Why in France it knows the difference?
No.
The French virus is different. That doesn't attack people in groups of less than 10. Does that make sense to you? No. Does anybody want to come and take this microphone from me? Because this isn't about me. This isn't about anybody.
I do.
This is a public forum. This lady wants to come forward. We're going to give her a round of applause. It takes courage these days to stand up and tell your truth. It takes courage. Facebook's shutting us down. Social media is shutting us down. What on earth is going on where we can't even discuss the pandemic that we're in? Okay. Thank you very much.
Hello, everybody.
Shut up!
It's 2
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Okay, there.
Yeah. Did you hear one of the crowd say, well, "We're doing it for the children," or "We'll save the children," and all the rest of it? I mean, why do people like this use children as their kind of catalyst, as if they're kind of doing it for the children? They're not doing it for the children at all.
Because children can't vote and have no real voice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
It's
Do it because it's a soft spot for a lot of people. Like
right.
Yeah.
with me, like if somebody, well, you're not thinking of the children. How guilty would that make a mother feel? It's like
yeah.
it's a weapon. That's one of their weapons that they use. It's a tool in their toolbox. That's all it is. They don't really care about the kids. They're just doing that because they're pissed off.
Yeah. They're just doing it for the narrative. It's not the
Virus scary.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Virus scary, but harm to your kids that you cause is more scary.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. And it's a debate tactic that I've noticed in a lot of servers. I had that happen the other day when I was debating an anti-vax person, and they told me that I should feel guilty for what I did to my son because I vaccinated him.
Oh,
Ouch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got that all the time. I was when I was working with things Antivaxxers say as one of the mods. I heard so many. I was an angry pregnant woman, and that's why they invited me in. And so It's a way for me to get out all of my pregnant rage. And so they told me all about how terrible I was and how my babies were gonna, I don't know, turn into 3-headed rabbits or something. And like, no, you give me a mechanism, pass my cell biology class test, like pass the final exam. No studying, you just have to pass it right now. And then you are qualified for this conversation. Till then, you are not qualified for this conversation.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I agree there.
Yeah.
Some anti-vaxxers are like, people that seem to have a little bit of education behind them, like an okay job, not just some minimum wage stuff and whatnot. And it still baffles me that people that have at least graduated high school, if not gone on to some post-secondary, or if you're in the UK, done A levels and moved on, I believe that's how it works. But how does somebody with at least a basic level of education fall for a few posts and memes and whatnot on Facebook and the odd video on YouTube and go, yeah, I'm not sure anymore? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, how many times in my life has somebody been on their cell phone and gone, oh, did you know blah, blah, blah? The first thing I say is, what fucking site are you on?
Yeah. Well, that's it right there. Well, and I can tell you a story about myself when Matt was first diagnosed, when he was like 5 or 6, and I was, really scared and didn't know what it all entailed and everything. And I went online and I made the first mistake that I could, was to do research. And the first thing that popped up was Andrew Wakefield's study.
Oh,
and which was already, when I found it, because this is maybe 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
Already this had been debunked. But back then, Google's algorithm pulled that right immediately up. So that's the first thing I see.
Yeah.
But
you're watching a video about a guy who lied, was proven a liar, and had his license revoked.
Exactly. And Google's algorithm back then put that right in front of my face. So, of course, I panicked. But so for that first mistake I made, I actually rectified that by actually calling my son's doctors. And I sat down and I said, I need to ask you some questions about this. And so when I rectified my mistake, I found out, oh, no, that study was debunked back in such and such. He's no longer practicing. This is why this is what we're thinking, the current thinking as of now in 2010, 2011, for what happened and all this stuff. But, it's... But yeah, it's the first thing you do when you see when you pull that up. And of course, a scared parent who's just confused and scared and not getting support yet, I can see why people can fall for it. But you also have, what I did, one thing that I always tell other people, though, you have to slow down and you have to do your, have to pay attention and do your research, know where to look, know who to call.
But let's clarify, do your research. You have to use a search engine in an honest manner. You can't color the search to find what you already know, because that's what you're going to find.
Exactly. Make sure that you can do it in an unbiased manner. Make sure that your confirmation biases you can compartmentalize those and set them aside.
But don't forget,
that's what I had to do.
But don't forget, there's more sources than just the internet. You can talk to people that are actually in the know, people that in, say, for instance, in the medical world. No, what do you think about this? People that
and that's
that
what
have
I did.
Experienced or studied all your life. Yeah, I'm sure, absolutely. I know you did, Aimee. And this is what's drawn you to the conclusion, in the correct conclusion. And this is going back to a guy that fiddled the results of a study that the some of the vaccines were causing autism, and so it's demonstrably not true. And there's been lots of other studies since then that have actually proven there is no link. But
Exactly.
people still hail Andrew Wakefield as some sort of, freaking hero.
He's a fucking charlatan. Him too.
exactly.
You know what?
Exactly.
You know what Wakefield was really doing in the background? He was trying to put down certain vaccines because he was bringing one to market. It was all about money, for the love of God.
Yeah,
That's what
he's
it
a
was
fraud.
really about.
Yep.
He was a fraud, and that's what and that's what I discovered too, is also know where to research, know where to base your research from. Like, instead of just going on, like, I knew obviously better than to search Facebook because I knew Facebook wasn't going to have it. But know where to do your research, and like Matt said, and like I called the doctor and said, hey, can you help me out here? I'm lost here. And they were more than willing, and if you're nice about it, they're more than willing to help you out with it. So make sure that, you slow down, relax, as hard as that can be, and just, do your research in the proper manner. Like, you have resources out there. There are. Ask for help. That's all I can say.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That first video, aside from the cool chat we had in the beginning, that first video really spawned some good chatter. That was good.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Oh, Gary pushed his limits. Fact, he timed him out. Well, what are you going to do? Oh, deleted. Okay. Yeah. What are you going to do? Facty knows around here how we let people go really far. Like one of our regular viewers got so pissy that Gary was talking anti-vax stuff that he bailed on our stream earlier. But, we said, I think it was Joe, we said, hey, man, around here, unless it's really nasty hate speech, we let it go. But, I mean, when Mipet's not here, Facty's pretty much in charge, right? So,
yes. He's second in command. So yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Gary, but basically you're fucking with the man with the crown right now. Nothing I can do for you. I don't cross boundaries on this channel, man. I get in shit all the time for that.
No,
yes, he crossed the line that time. That was nasty.
I've just seen what he said. That was a word to time out for sure. You're not banned. You're just timed out. So just behave yourself, Gary. Come on.
Yep.
Don't cross that line again, or we're coming for you.
Hey, the courier's here. How you doing, buddy?
Hi,
How you doing? So what should we do here? Another video? Do you guys want to just, carry on doing what we're doing? I mean, it's one of those nights where it really doesn't matter, does it?
It's an anything goes kind of night. So whatever you guys decide is cool with me.
I'm a kind of a video guy. I'm used to the Shills format, so let's have a video. Let's have it.
All right.
Sure.
So let me look into the bag of tricks and see what I can find for all your special kits. We've got okay, so we'll start with culture of deception. And then we have the Atlantean language deciphered, complete load of horseshit. And then we have another globe agenda exposed.
Dun,
Dun, dun.
What do you think, Wood and Toad? What do you think? Go ahead.
Should we do the Atlantean one so that we can help Woad and Toad here?
yeah. Let's do the Atlantean one because because everyone knows that there are many examples of Atlantean writing, and a Rosetta Stone, the Atlantean writing is translated into probably, Phoenician, or let's see what else be in the area. Maybe Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be a bit quiet about this stuff because I know absolutely nothing about it whatsoever.
My own research leads me to I can say without a shadow of a doubt that Swahili is a direct descendant of Atlantean.
Okay.
Okay.
I would literally believe anything at this point because I really don't know about it.
I had to say it because I love that. As far as languages, Swahili, that's got to be one of the fucking coolest words. It's so cool. I mean, it sounds like something that gets you laid in Italian, Swahili. You know, it's
Well,
just,
isn't that-
it's
isn't that what
so
he's-
cool.
Isn't that we speak in Nairobi or something? That part of
Yeah, it's, I think it's Southern African or something. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
is
not really sure. And I just always thought it was one of the coolest words, and I finally had a way to throw it into something.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, so do I have this? Okay, I got Atlantis bullshit loaded. Let me go over to here. And here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Make it go away. Here's Atlantis stuff.
No,
Okay.
it hasn't stopped.
Swahili is spoken in Kenya and Tanzania.
Oh, okay, cool.
She's getting pretty hot. She's been inducing fairly heavy. But she's
Why,
cooled down
thank
a little
you.
bit. Expecting this to start reacting violently again. Well, not like it hasn't stopped.
Listen, I have a temper.
Magnets. Magnetism is a force that acts at a distance. Magnet fields, formation, properties, dynamic, magnet chains, shear flow. These are things you folks
Free
should
association.
begin to familiarize with yourself because you are a magnet. I didn't realize that myself until I started reading it on walls that we haven't read in centuries.
What? Where's this? What's he doing?
And this is real. This is fucking real. They also talk about the alpha brain.
Okay. Obviously, Toad knows what's going on, but I don't.
I've got a freaking clue at the moment. I'm lost. Like, what? Oh, dear. Oh, she's off. Take a breath. Take a breath.
I'm All right, I'm good. Go on. You may play it more.
Okay, we broke Toad. There we go. Okay. So all I heard was yada yada nah 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 lick my sack bullshit. Can somebody catch me up here?
No, I can't expand on that at all.
The best is you're a magnet. Magnetism. He's free associating words to get this. It's like electric universe theory standing still.
Okay. So what we've got is a heavy dose of word salad. That's what I thought. Now, for myself, I usually choose from the Paul Newman salad dressings for my word salad. I think tonight I'm going to go with Thousand Island.
There we go.
I'll stick with mayonnaise. It, kind of clings it all together a bit. Keeps it together.
Yeah, like the shit that it is.
What's this got to do with Atlantean? Or actually, come to think of it, what's it got to do with anything? Well, I don't.
Well, no, what got me was he read it on walls. What walls? What walls is he reading this off of? Like, not all societies wrote on walls, and those that did, we know who they are. It wasn't Atlantis.
Yeah, and like High Inquisitor says, how is this related to the Atlantean language?
Exactly.
You know, High Inquisitor, I think we're all going to be fucking scared we ask that question in a minute or two here.
I think so. I'm scared already because I know better, right?
That's funny.
Let's see if he actually makes any sense now.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
And all that stuff. 7.83 hertz. Human frequency? Yeah.
What?
We can sense the magnet field physically, which is what I'm getting at here. If you're having physical problems, it might be your magnetic field. There's a good way to know. You find one of these things on YouTube, hit your, are you feeling better? Headaches going away, your nausea? Well, there's a reason for that. Professor Schumann took away people's human frequency and found that it would make them very sick.
What?
And go insane and die. So, why are you feeling this way? The human frequency is a frequency that is.
I just want to point out that what he's actually showing is the fluid dynamics that happens when a sperm is going for the big show and trying to get there. That's what you're seeing right there.
Yes.
Well, I have to admit this. I am feeling better, but oh my god. Except for the asthma attack I'm about to have. But no, he's so he's basically saying that watching videos about frequencies is going to make you feel better somehow. Oh my god.
I'm not
It's
sure
killing me.
this would be interesting.
Oh my god.
Oh, this boy needs help. Oh my god.
So Andrea Huddle said, I'm feeling this way because of the amount of human stupidity on YouTube. Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, speaking of the stupidity on YouTube, we're always looking for extra help finding the truly unique. Like this fucking idiot, for example. If you run across these people, please let us know at 1-800, oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to drink enough to make this make sense. I have a Budweiser IV'd into my left arm. I have a Coors IV'd into my right arm, and I am literally injecting vodka directly into the fucking jugular. We'll see how it goes.
I do this stone cold sober, man.
I do
Stone
too, and
cold
that's very
crazy go. Oh, you what? Oh, wait a minute. No, but okay. Shall we see if the sperm makes it? Because
to me, so far, he's like a cross between Lemon Bird and something like, I don't know, Pete Shea or something like that. Mix them together, and you've got like a whole load of something. I don't know what, but yeah.
good point.
For those that know both of those people, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Because so far, I have no clue what we're talking about. Not even the first idea where he's going with any of it, what it means.
No.
To get to the languages, because at least linguistics, I have a little bit of a base of knowledge right here.
When is it coming? When why? I don't know.
Oh my god, sorry. I like pure crazy.
then this is exactly what you need. So I'm bringing it in.
Precisely.
Relax. You can't find very many relaxed field lines now, can you?
What?
Open polar cap lines. These capture a human frequency in between them and the ionosphere, and that is your 7.8
That says moon.
When a magnet is strengthening and putting out strength, it goes to center, and you no longer have polar cap lines to capture the human frequency. Therefore, you may as well be deeper than fucking Professor Human's bunker, because there is no human frequency. That's a problem, isn't it? Sickness, madness.
He doesn't know what he's looking at.
What you need to do
Or saying
is shut your head down and feel calm. That is the best way I can explain it. Your head has been
I suppose if you shot your head down, you would feel calm for eternity.
Process. Mine has. I have to just shut it down and feel calm. Now, once you get it, it pretty much sticks around once you finally get it. But it takes practice. It takes practice. You have to raise your field lines above your head and protect your human frequency, because Mother isn't. Okay?
What?
Okay, so human frequency. Is he talking about frequency of, let's say, masturbation on OnlyFans? Is he talking about frequency of urination in public due to intoxication? Like, where are we going with this?
What is this thing even of?
No, I don't.
Because there's something up there like that says moon and something that looks like it says goes -14 or comms. I don't know. The legend means nothing, for I do not know that science. And if I don't know it, he sure as hell doesn't.
No. I'm not sure what he's looking at there.
I like Commander 401 in the chat. He found a way to shut off his brain, but his mouth is still going.
Forgot that switch.
So, at this point, I'm not sure what to do with this guy. Should I start a vote?
Before you do, you could, go ahead and start a vote. But GPS says it looks like a diagram that describes the effects on the sun and on the Earth's magnetic field. So that could be what we're looking at here.
That's what was my first thought. The first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I can think of what we're looking at the moment. Because, I mean, Dick, you said, where's he going with this? I don't even know where he's come from.
Right.
To get to where he's supposed to be going. I have no clue. I really don't know. I have no idea what he's on about. I don't know what to say. I just nothing to say.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
Yeah, I have it just slightly small because of my screen layout, so I can't get all of the details, but I still say it's a sperm going for home base and just fucking making a go of it. I got no other, I got nothing.
Brave little sperm.
Yeah. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. So,
okay, Dory.
I'll push play. And then we'll see what the vote does. We'll see where we end up.
It's an angel barreling through
because
hell.
you're going to have to go inside her womb at some point. How are you going to go in there? The shooting has never been there. So
What?
you have to support yourself. And this is the way she will get you off of her human onto your own. Obviously, some are not going to make it through the process. I am trying to make it as painless as possible. All joking aside, if you want to know what you can do about this, you need to start at the very first video I laid down on here and work your way back. I promise you, this is nothing you have ever seen. There is no other channel on the planet giving you the information I have. I don't give a fuck.
Of course, there's only one channel giving you the information he has, because everything that's come out of his mouth is fucking wrong.
All those videos have the same, whatever this is that he's got on his screen cap. It's the same graph of something. It looks like something moving through an electrical field. It could be the moon moving through the solar field or something, but Lord heaven, I do not know.
It's
Sorry, I've become more southern. I'm so confused.
It's the magnetic field produced by different dildos at different strengths. We got to get rid of this. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
sorry. You don't want me to end up sounding like Dolly Parton, because it will happen.
What?
Only
Mumbling because your
Dolly
tits are
Parton.
between you and the mic?
Well, okay, yeah, but still. No, they're resting on my desk.
Where else would they be?
Well, take the off my back.
Yeah. Just let me put these on my knees for a minute. No.
Now, all respect to Dolly, she's bigger than me.
I I don't think cosmetic surgeons are allowed to make you bigger than Dolly. There's some kind of clause there. I really,
Yeah.
That is unless you want to be like T-Rex and be stuck on the floor. You know how the T-Rex can't get up because he's sort of like that. I can't get up.
Oh, hey B, how's it going, B? So
hey,
that
B.
was like we were over 1/3 of the video in, and I have no idea how the Atlantean language had been deciphered. I have no idea.
Usually you would think he would lead with that if that's, really big news.
Yeah.
Or that Atlantis had been, discovered. That would be a thing.
Yeah, because I've never seen Atlantean text, hieroglyphs, or facts of any kind, for that matter. God damn it. So where do we go next? Well, I'm glad you asked. Actually, you're not asking. I'm just doing it to you. So, here,
Okay.
Yeah, all you lovely people can bask in the greatness that is this.
The insubordination of the band of the ungruntled bunnies of Newark, France, are not known to the agents of the Flat Mars Society. Research Flat Mars, it will undo you of the entirety of their indoctrination of globe worlds. Mars is observably flat and always will be flat. A trance noted by another a flat earther that level Earth observer is found to be a NASA globe agent spreading disinformation about the truth of flat Earth and flat Mars. As they dig into the septic system of globe waste, we only know the truth that Mars and Earth are flat. Look out the fogged window and wipe away the fog and see the truth as it lies in front of you. Only raindrops have curves, but large bodies of water do not. When the ungruntled finds out the wrath of these so-called level Earth observers, they will know them to be agents of the devil globe. Sound off on blueberry reform. Vote for red blueberries, not blueberries. Stay flart, drink up.
Stay fart.
Gotta have the bunnies.
You know where all this Flat Mars Society stuff started, didn't you? Did anybody know? Yeah, it started with it all kicked off when because of Elon Musk, he put out a tweet one day. He's a pretty prolific tweeter, and he put out a tweet one day and he tagged Flat Earth Society and said, "Why isn't there a Flat Mars Society?" That's what all started off. And the Flat Earth Society, Flat Earth Society replied with something on the lines, "Well, because we can actually view it, it is actually round." So, according to whoever replied from that tweet, it basically was saying, "Well, the Earth is flat, but Mars is spherical." Yeah, so that's where it all came. That's where all this whole joke is coming from, really.
Oh, okay.
I like it. Cool.
So obviously, if we're gonna populate Mars, then obviously you're gonna have to have a Flat Mars Society. Hey, DKG.
And while we're at it, can we please introduce DKG Custom? DKG, how are you this evening?
What
the hell?
Where's all the ladies at?
I know.
Right here,
What's going
bitch.
on?
We're short-staffed tonight.
Is it tranny night tonight? That's why Matt and Dick's here.
Well, I've picked the lady with the legs, so you're gonna. Sorry, she's taken, so you're gonna have to pick somebody else.
Oh no,
I'm not in the crew picture here, so.
Oh, that's because you've got no clothes on.
I could have updated it, but I'm getting drunk. Leave me alone.
Sorry, I haven't been watching the show. I just switched it on because I've been looking at how to paint the chassis of a car. So very interesting stuff.
You're not gonna do a speech about painting the car as well.
I can tell you all about it. Yeah, I'll do a video.
I want to thank Glober Mom for shouting out Absolute Flat Earth Vodka on that video. Well done, Glober Mom. Thank you very much.
And I just got here in time to miss the bunnies.
Yeah.
Well, there's a picture of a bunny. That's really all I paid attention to.
There we
We're
go.
distracted by bunnies.
And I just have to jump in real quick. I have Rodent No Last Name for $5. Says, where did it come from? Not taking their meds. That's where it came from. Like, thank you.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, yeah,
So,
that's good.
I was going to ask you all what you would like to watch, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to show you what you all want to watch. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now,
It's going extra long and hard today.
Yeah, well, and I tell you, when it comes to extra long and hard, this guy actually knows nothing about that. We're talking about a pencil eraser of a man. Oh yeah, this one is it's bad. It's terrible. He's the worst human ever. No, your brother. No, I'm just kidding.
That'd be
Do I
funny.
need to draw another picture?
Yeah, this is Validation Boy.
Oh boy.
Sexuality is a double-edged sword. It is his greatest source of motivation, while also having the potential to be his number one downfall. Men will appeal to authority and will appeal to consensus and claim they believe in massive, institutionally backed lies so that they don't look, quote, crazy. And this is in order to retain potential opportunities for them to spread their genes, or at the very least, to shoot their seed. And women will believe in anything they're told, as long as it's presented to them under the framework of emotion. They will actually pretend to believe in a lie, even when they know it's a lie, so long as that lie benefits themselves and continues to be of benefit to their group. However, once a man gets older and no longer requires the validation...
Pause for a second. Now, I learned something interesting tonight. I mean, I don't want to go off topic, but I learned something really interesting tonight about coffee beans. And coffee beans don't exist. They're actually coffee seeds, which made
Yes, that's true. Yeah,
that made me go into thinking. I mean, and Validation Boy was talking about men spreading their seed. Well, that's not seed. Because, believe me, I've masturbated into the garden and nothing has grown. It's not seed.
It doesn't work quite like he thinks it does it?
Well, reality doesn't work the way he thinks it does, but never mind. Sorry, I just thought I'd drop in there before we lose the point.
I love that. Yeah. He puts the disclaimer in when he's done. That's just how it's done around here, isn't it? That's hilarious. But you know when I start hearing, when I start hearing the whole seed thing, is anybody else on par with me right now? Come on, 1, 2, 3. Every sperm is sacred. Every sperm is good.
If a sperm is wasted, God gets quite irate.
Right. There we go.
I can do that now. It's sacred. I'm dancing again.
No. I don't want to see you high stepping. Fuck that.
We do have a good comment in here from C4. He says, every time I masturbate into the garden, I get cucumbers. I would go see a doctor about that.
At least he's not attracting stray cats, right? You know, I mean, come on. Oh God. So, God damn it, Validation Boy! I should have got the donkey, his face on the donkey avatar ready to go and put it on screen and everything, right? Oh, okay. So, should I play more of this dipshit?
Sure, please.
Yeah, let's see.
Well,
we haven't heard much yet.
I suppose we have to figure out what the fuck he's on about.
Yeah. Public service announcement from YouTube channel The Shills. The following video was recorded by Validation Boy and as such makes no sense to anyone and is more offensive than anything you possibly ever thought could be. Here we go.
Of the GPV, he will start to actually be logical about the reality around him and will come to understand that most of the things he has been taught to believe in his life are massive lies. Women tend to desire the upholding of many such lies in order to control the behaviors of men. You see, men are seen by most women as little more than useful tools. Genetically, women are forced to pursue safety and predictability, and men are merely the horses that they will ride upon the backs of in order to obtain such safe and predictable outcomes for the sake of their own well-being. Therefore, the acceptance of cancel culture and the perverse illusion of progressivism under which we all suffer will continue to thrive within the environment that is created by the worship of the GPV. This is why the education...
I'm sorry, but for everybody out there, can I translate this for you, please? What you actually heard was, I'm a whiny little bitch because good-looking girls won't sleep with me.
Yes, he's an incel.
I got a feeling it's not just the good-looking ones.
Yeah.
He's an incel.
Incel, yeah.
Well, no, because everyone knows there is a collection of hyper rich nymphomaniac supermodels who are just waiting to throw themselves at the feet of these incels. They just haven't met them yet.
Oh, I haven't met
They're
them either.
temporarily embarrassed sugar babies.
Do you think Validation Boy goes, Mommy, will you teach me how to fuck?
That's awful. we did get something from Godless Scummer. He's for £5. He says, "Hey VD boy, show us on the doll where the woman didn't touch you." Thank you so much.
Nice.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love it.
Oh, man. Oh, wow. Okay, sorry, everybody, but I got to bring the prick back in. Push your monitors out of punching range and all that cool stuff that Blue Marble Science says, because holy
The system is so obnoxiously emboldened on their quest to memory hole real truths about the world and about life. Truths that our young have every right to be taught. Because isn't it funny how the institution we know as the education system are the ones who scream the loudest for the normalization of the utterly self-destructive trends that are destroying our society? All of the shit that these institutions need the ignorant young to believe in require a blank slate. The more truths that the beast system can memory hole, the less our vulnerable young will ever even be able to know about in the first place. The idiotic and self-destructive institution of multiculturalism, for example, is merely a manipulation of the Adamic man by proxy. Adamic women know deep down that the non-Adamics
Can
are
we
a
pause
cancer.
for a moment, please?
Yes.
Sorry. This guy is just smoothing out my brain cells like massively hard right now, and it's just gross. He's making me gag. But we also had a couple. Let me just get the gag out of my throat first, and then we got a couple of super chats here. We've got Renee and me for $3.33 says, "Seriously, I'm only half evil." Thank you so much, Renee. And then So Fucking Sleepy, I love that name, for $5 says, "Don't learn about this stuff on public TV. I can just picture him saying, 'Spread your jeans and we'll enjoy your birth canal.' Oh my effing God." Thank you so much to the both of you. That is so awesome. I love it.
It really just sounds like he's like gathered some. He's taken cuttings from newspapers of long words and then just thrown them down on the floor to see what kind of sense they might make.
And stitch them together with all that Becky said no to dating me teen angsty anger.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Because, I mean, you could just hear the tenseness in his voice as he enunciates every word having to deal with women. He's so tense.
Yeah, but you know why he's that tense? Because every time he goes to like OnlyFans or Pornhub, his hands instantly go numb because they fucking know better.
Even lefty and righty said no.
That's bad. Well, Andrea Huddle said, "I'm struggling to interpret what he is saying into English." And yes, it's word salad. I like honey Dijon on mine. Liam Wakefield said, "It's all just so angsty." Oh my gosh. It's so
He should definitely write a teen drama or something.
there's a line in Good Morning Vietnam, and it kind of reminded me of this line a little bit. You can apply this to me. It says, "You're in more dire need of a blowjob than any white man in history," and I think that really does apply in this case, doesn't it? I think he really does.
Are you offering?
Oh.
Yeah, validation boy. Matt's in Dublin. Just get yourself over there.
Okay, let me set the scene for you here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me set the scene for you here. Validation boy's mother wakes up. She goes to the kitchen, makes herself a piece of toast, makes herself half a grapefruit, sits down at the kitchen table, puts her head in her hands, and says, "I brought this fuck into the world."
Why?
Yes,
Why
he
did I
did.
do it?
Well, apparently, she denied it was his, or it was hers.
I would want to.
I got that the wrong way around, but I got there eventually.
Oh my God!
The man was left in a gas station bathroom and was found being raised by used condoms.
Rodent, no last name, had a great comment. You could almost hear him desperately trying not to touch himself. 10-1, he lives with his alcoholic divorced dad. Good one, Rodent. That's brilliant.
So what do we do with this fucking anal wart on society's anus? Do we keep playing them? Oh, we don't have enough votes. Did I play some more?
Keep playing.
Do the kids still use the word eat?
To our civilization. They know that all of Western civilization's problems stem from the coddling of these horrible monsters. Yet, their desire to force Adamic men into the coddling of these beasts does nothing but reinforce a misguided cultural expectation of undeserved compassion for such parasites. And in reality, this is exactly what they themselves are, for the most part. Yes, there are exceptions, but they are few and far between. However, it is still beneficial for women to perpetuate such cultural mythologies, as they are hive-minded creatures and are always attempting to secure safety nets for themselves. Grand deceptions, like big science and the education system that perpetuates the lies of big science, foster opportunities for the creation of men who will then enjoy powerful positions in life due to such lies. Flat Earthers, for example, have been pointing out for years now the fact that anyone who has benefited from these institutions of deception are never going to admit that their entire career has been a lie, because then all of the monetary benefits and social status they have reaped from such lies would disappear. Therefore, the women that seek to parasite.
No, they're not. They're not going to admit they've been. What is it? What was the words he used? Admit they've been under the law. I can't even think of the words he said.
So much random.
It's like no. People are not. They're not going to admit to them being lies because they're fucking not. You twat.
No kidding.
You flat earthers think they're lies.
Yeah,
What's with the pseudo-intellectuals? If they speak so fast and they get so many words in that, you're gonna think that they're so smart because they speak so quickly, and really it's just word salad in a salad shooter.
Well, I must admit, I wish I could speak as quickly and as eloquently as he can, just not with the bullshit.
It's not eloquent.
It is.
No, because you have to be able to use the words that he's using in correct definition.
It's eloquent bullshit, but I mean, if it smells like shit, looks like shit, and tastes like shit, then it's probably shit. It doesn't matter how many sprinkles and decorations you put onto it.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Well, I don't know. You know. Well, I'm not inviting you to any of my buffets in the future.
No.
I gotta say now, I'm not. I'll never dox a man, right? But if you were to check out the county register where Validation Boy lives, I can confirm that he was once arrested for licking the jars at the sperm bank.
You. You. He's trying to find his real father.
Yeah, he didn't want to live with him. He just wanted a taste of it.
Well, no, no, it's just he recognized the taste of his father.
I'm still saying it's not that he needs to get some. He probably does, but he needs to earn that pleasure. So I think he needs to, get some. Excuse me. Hold on. I'm going to mute now. I embarrassed myself. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I love the comment by cousin sis Aunt Becky. She says, "Has he scheduled time on an electron microscope to find his penis yet?" I hope so.
Okay, let me check the vote here. Okay, we're only one away.
He needs a good paddle.
Yeah, we're only one away. So let's push play and we'll get that vote.
I tell you what, while you're playing the next bit, I'm going to go and get another box of wine. I've got a 24-litre one standing ready.
You might need it in the next hour.
You're going to beer bong that thing?
Oh, you're going to need to. Okay.
Hey guys,
here we go.
IV drip.
Well, speaking of IV drip, watching this Validation Boy video is kind of like taking the horse shit direct to the vein. So let's have some
Off
more.
of such men are always going to go out of their way to make sure that these institutions of deception continue to thrive because they will benefit from them by proxy.
Oh, is it over?
Oh,
it is.
Yay, that's all right then.
Oh, here, I get to gong him anyway.
Yeah, gong him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go on, Dick.
It sounded to me like he was just getting into round 2. I'm surprised he's done.
We need a whip sound to go with that one.
Go on. Yeah, whip. You got a whip? Yeah. No, you might enjoy that.
I'm telling you, that's what he needs.
Yeah.
Give him a good spank.
Let's see what we got here in the thing. We could give him this one. Oh,
haven't heard anything.
Right. We could give him the. No. Where is it? Why is the? Yeah, I'm wondering what it's doing. My sounds are coming from the right place. That's kind of strange. Oh, I'll go into settings. Talk amongst yourselves.
A rodent had another good comment about his eyes are almost pure white from all the pent up spunk.
This is a very sperm related show this evening, isn't it? It's the next one all about sperm. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's
There we go. There we go. We need that instead of the ball.
Yes. Oh my god.
You had to flush twice to get it all down. You get out the toilet brush next.
Hey, when it comes to Validation Boy, getting his punk ass down the shitter really takes some effort, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's a double flush for certain.
didn't the Shills and Validation Boy, you had a bit of a to and fro going on for quite a long time, didn't we, on Twitter or something somewhere, didn't you?
Well, on a few. He got covered on the Uncalled For during the birth of the Uncalled For show, and he lost his motherfucking mind. He went crazy. So we kept picking on him because, well, that's what you do, right? You know,
right.
There's a couple good comments in here. Glober Mom says VD Boy has no hair because all of his scalp pores are clogged from all the facials. And then So Fucking Sleepy says Pent Up Spunk or Nocturnal Omission. What's the better band name?
Oh yeah, we need a vote on that one. Holy yeah.
Yes.
I'm thinking Pent Up Spunk because I think if we went to Validation Boy with Pent Up Spunk, he would round up 4 of his quote unquote friends and he would have a band together in no time.
That's right.
I think it depends on what the band is playing. Are they more metal or are they more, rock?
I think they would just be playing each other. I really don't think music would come into it.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't see any music being played unless you consider those noises music. But somebody, you never know. To each their own, I guess.
We don't take shame here.
Yeah, true.
It should be called Circle Jerk, High Inquisitor says.
Yeah, and Validation Boy always fights for the middle seat.
Yes. And Sir Little Wolf says, would Pent Up Spunk be a girl band? And then wrote no last name, said shittiest boy band ever.
Yeah. Yeah, they get Christian groupies.
Oh.
Okay.
That's
Well,
great.
let's see what we got here.
No, wait a minute. Christian groupies, they won't fuck you, but they will pray for you.
Well, not when the lights are on, but turn the lights off, and they're a little bit wilder than I am.
No, that was the bishop.
Oh yes, I remember the girls from the local parochial school that would come as soon as 9th grade hit. Oh my God, boy, did they! every year we get the, from 9th grade on, we'd get those girls, and they were wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very.
It's the ones that take off their promise rings before they spend some time with their boyfriends.
Yeah, many boyfriends. And Jinshu had a good one too. The poop hole loophole. You guys are killing me tonight. This is great.
Oh, I just found out that the gong was never heard earlier when I mentioned it. And sure enough, that sound effect was all screwed up in the little thingy. So here's a gong just in honor of some of the crap we go through every evening. Ready for it?
There we go.
Yay. There it is.
I prefer the toilet.
Our precious gong.
I think the toilet is a much better idea, personally.
Yeah, I agree. I like the toilet.
Maybe on the Uncalled For, it's the toilet. So, ready, set. Oh, there we go. There, I can end it quick when I want to.
And that makes us all feel better because now there's a My People in the chat from Jinshu. He says, my people wish to thank the woodwind section and our sincerest apologies to the bass clarinet player. Validation Boy was caught using your instrument as a fleshlight and it had to be burned. So thank you for those, Jim. Those are amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
I need that visual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. Okay. Well, what time do we got? 6:47. I mean, we're coming up close. Should we maybe get around the table and whatnot?
Sure. Let's go around the table and see how everybody feels about how this evening went. And I apologize to everyone in advance. No, just kidding.
It's all crazy this evening.
Yes. So let's start off with M2M. Matt, what did you think of this evening so far?
I don't know what to say. This has been weird. I thought last night was weird and the Shills, but this has just been bizarre. It's like sperm and toilet everywhere and Validation Boy and weirdness and word salad and what can I say? Yeah, but it's been fun though. It's been a good giveaway. Always been fun.
Good. I'm glad. Thank you. And up next is DKG Custom. DKG, what did you think of this evening?
Short.
Yeah.
I would say.
Nobody mentioned anything about your height. What are you talking about?
Well, God, you thought I was talking about height. Yeah. I missed the bunnies and got Validation Boy, and that's how my evening's been. So,
so proctology visit. Got it.
Yeah.
And not the fun kind.
I know. The bunnies were cute too. We'll have to play that again for you on the Shills or something.
I'll go back and watch it.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. And next up, we have Woden Toad. Woden, what did you think of this evening?
Oh, it was a display of human weakness and shame.
It was terrible. But we thank you for joining in with us. That was so much fun, and we're so glad that you came on. We're glad to have
Hey,
you.
I'm always here when you're shorthanded.
Thank you so much.
I have these big hands.
There we go, because I do have short fingers, so that works out. Thank you. And next up, last but not least, we have Dick Dawson. Dick, what did you think of this evening?
Well, I just a private, let's call it a love letter to Validation Boy. Validation Boy, in my world, you are everything that is rancid and rotten. You are the first thing I think of in the morning when I turn around and see the nasty shit I left in the toilet. You are everything to me in the evening when I'm so drunk I puke all over my fucking self. And the only thought I have for myself right now is if I could get through my life without ever thinking of your worthless, useless punk ass again, I'd be that much better off. Pucker up, Buttercup. I got one for you right fucking here, bitch.
That was brilliant. Oh my gosh. I am just at a loss for words about this evening. It was a lot of fun, and it was actually really cool to have this mashup. So I thought it was fun. I had a good laugh. I had to, if you noticed, I muted a few times because I was laughing so hard. So it was a great evening. I want to thank everyone for coming on the panel. I want to thank everyone in the chat for coming as well and putting up with us this evening. So thank you, everyone. We do it all for you. We love you. We hope you have a great whatever time of day it is for you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Each snacky smarts.